The French ambassador to the Pacific has hinted that Paris may have sent her some good news to deliver to Pacific leaders on the sidelines of the PIF Foreign ministers' meeting. Pacific leaders have been gunning for approval from Paris to send 4 Pacific prime ministers to New Caledonia in light of ongoing violent unrest. Lydia Law spoke with Veronique Roger-Lacan ahead of her trip to Suva.
The latest is that I'm traveling to Suva tomorrow. That's it.
To hand over a letter or?
I don't know. We'll see whether we still have no... of course, our cooperation with the PIF is very important and our dialogue with the PIF is very important and we are always open for dialogue and discussion. So this is the principle. Now it's up to Paris to decide. But something, I guess, will come.
Okay, so you are expecting something from Paris between now and tomorrow to be able to explain or hand over to
as I said, I'm going to Suva and then we'll see what happens. I'm going to Suva to continue, the discussions that we had already in Tokyo on the margins of the farm meeting.
Well, the leaders have already decided that they want to go to New Caledonia. They've sent a letter to Macron.
Sure.
What will you be able to update them on that?
Update. No, it's not. It's update maybe, but it's information, to give to everyone that not everyone has. Even what we read in the press in the Pacific, it's not very balanced. So we want to continue to. Apparently, they have been. People in the Pacific have been briefed by one side, not by all the sides, and they have to hear all the points of view.
Will the visit by PIF to New Caledonia be before the Pacific Islands Forum leaders meeting? Can you provide any update on that around timing?
No, I have nothing new to add compared to what I said to you last time on that issue.
And still on that issue, how realistic is it really for the leaders to request to go to New Caledonia before the Pacific Islands Forum, given there's the foreign ministers meeting, starting from the end of this week?
I don't know. It's not up to me to decide. It's up to the PIF to decide whether anything is realistic. It's their request. Paris is checking whether it can be before the summit or after. We still need information.
What information is needed?
We still need instructions from Paris. That's it.
So it's not really up to the leaders to decide. It's up to Paris now, isn't it, to decide whether or not it is realistic?
Well, this I've said before. It's New Caledonia is French territory, and it is the state which decides on who enters the French territory and when and how. So this is what is being decided in Paris.
Is Paris open to Pacific leaders going to New Caledonia?
Paris is open for dialogue.
Do you stand by your position that independence is not the only option?
Well, the response, this is very firm. The response is that it's the Nouméa agreement saying that all the communities of the Caledonian territory need to live together and to create a common, in French it's common, destin commun, so we can say a common destiny. The second part is the self-determination is the principle. It's not necessarily independence. It is self-determination, which is the legal principle in the French Constitution and in the UN Charter.
Do you sympathise with the indigenous Kanaks? Obviously, it's not all Kanaks, but those who want sovereignty?
Well, it's not the role of the state to sympathise or not sympathise to anyone. The role of the state is to keep peace and stability.
Do you believe in indigenous rights?
What do you mean? We believe in the rights of everyone to live freely in a country where they belong.
Has security been ramped up ahead of a possible high-level PIF delegation?
It had nothing to do with the security. Now is almost back. That there is one last pocket of instability, which is the Saint-Louis community, and there are 16,000 Caledonian people who still cannot move freely within that area because there are so many unrests. But otherwise, yes, security has been brought back, and it's not because of the leaders or not.
Okay, so just confirming, there is security has been brought back, but not specifically for the leaders to be able to come.
It's a fact that we want the French government wanted the security to be back, and it is almost back, except within one pocket of the Saint Louis tribe.
And so if the leaders were to come in the next couple of weeks, there would be security?
Of course, we would have to ensure a security specifically, because any leader who comes on the French territory, security is ensured.
What are the main points that you think are really important and critical at this time?
The call to end the violence, that you can achieve anything, but not with violence. You cannot achieve anything with violence. France is a democratic country. New Caledonia is a French territory. So it has all the democratic tools. The self-determination of New Caledonia will be achieved and implemented on the basis of the three solutions, without violence, with dialogue, and with respect of democracy.